Today we're looking at the white and grey transmog changes that's coming in patch 10.0.5, and I'm going to be giving a slightly different opinion on this compared to most. I will back this up, but my opinion is basically that if you haven't done anything with this already, then it's a complete waste of your time and, more importantly, your gold trying to get into it now. What has changed then? Because I did release a video telling you that these were going to be awesome to be investing in and that you could be making huge amounts of gold from it. These were amazing investments, and I have, dare I say it, made millions of gold from white transmog in particular, just buying them up cheap and then selling them on. The problem is, my video telling you that you can make a lot of gold from this was released about 9 months ago. As a gold making investment opportunity, this has gone from being a really easy investment that will return you 2 to 4 times your gold 9 months ago to something that I wouldn't even risk doing myself now, so I can't suggest anybody else doing the same. For a start, there's a lot of crap out there that people are just not going to buy. You are also not going to make millions of gold if you buy gear from a vendor and resell it on the auction house. You may be able to make a little bit of gold from this if it's listed really cheap, but that's more about convenience than anything else. People are not going to be buying something that you bought from a vendor for 50 silver for tens of thousands of gold, so you can forget that one. A few hundred or maybe 1,000 gold is perhaps possible, but that's more about convenience, like we said, and you can do the same with basic profession tools or vendor bought crafting materials. You don't need a new patch for doing that. There is some nice bits of transmog that are going to be in demand when the patch releases, so what about these then? What is important to understand with these is that these markets have changed massively since the original announcement came out that white and grey transmog was coming. Diamond tip canes is one that I've invested in for years, and it's going to be sought after, and one of the ones that I suggested that you should look into in the video last year. A year ago I used to buy these for a couple of thousand gold and sell them on for 30k. Nowadays I'm selling these at 100k, and they do sell at these prices. I've seen screenshots of people selling these for much higher than this, but like with all things, you need to balance how much you are selling something for how long you want to be listing it on the auction house for, because this is even more important with transmog than anything else because of how long it takes to sell. I could sell these for more, but I'd rather sell them off quicker and get the gold back. In fact, if you have limited amounts of gold to invest, generally you can make more profit selling for a lower amount simply because you can turn around multiple investments in the same time it took you to get one big sale. The diamond tip canes have basically increased in price by around 3 to 4 times in the past 9 months since that announcement was made. The cheapest ones across every EU and US server are around 50k gold at the moment. Even at 50k, I barely think these are worth picking up, and those are the cheapest ones on the WoW auction house at the moment. I believe this because I think the majority of the price increase we're going to see from this stuff has already happened for those of us that have been investing into these markets for months and months at this point. I could be wrong, we could see a huge spike in price. If you really think that, feel free to buy up all my diamond tip canes from the auction house. I'll happily sell them all to you at 100k gold each. The other important thing to understand here is, even if there is a huge spike in price, all of this is going to get farmed into oblivion as a response. It's even possible prices could go down, because we all know there's going to be endless white and grey transmog YouTube farming videos coming out next week. So yes, demand will go up, but supply will shoot up too. The problem with transmog is it is still a really slow moving market, even with increased demand. If you end up with any sort of oversupply, the prices hit rock bottom in no time. Anyone who plays on a server like Argendawn EU, where transmog gets farmed quite intensively, can attest to that. I also do not think it's worth wasting your time farming these at the moment as well. Sometimes when there's absolutely nothing that is worth farming, then these sort of farms where you're going after these really niche items are worth doing. I've even done videos on them myself, but that was at the end of Shadowlands when there was literally nothing else you could do. It's all about timing. The time for this is at the end of an expansion, when farming anything related to that expansion is usually pretty worthless because material prices have dropped to pretty much nothing. At the moment, there's still loads of things going on in Dragonflight that you can farm to give you a really solid amount of gold per hour. On average, at current prices, you are not going to make more gold farming white or grey transmog than any other gold farms that we have out there on the Dragon Isles. If the prices on some of these really do spike up next week, then the transmog farm will still be out there for you. It's not like you're going to miss anything. Transmog is really slow moving market, so being a day late to the show won't make any difference if the prices do increase. Overall then, like I said at the start, I don't think this is worth your time or gold at the moment to be investing your efforts into this market. I just wanted to make this video in the hopes of maybe stopping a few people throwing gold at investments that probably won't pay off. I could be wrong about all this, of course. I guess we'll see in a few days' time. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.